So let's click on the hour hand, move to content, create a new script as before. Let's rename it to move hour hand, and open our scripting window for the hour hand. Now there are quite a few similar things we need to do to move the hour hand compared to the minute hand. So if we wipe out this default stuff that came with our new script and just paste in that exact script we've just written for the minute hand, we can just tweak it to make it work. So there's very few things we need to do, one of which is to change these integers to floats. So let me do that. Now, the reason for doing that is that we want the calculation of the hour to be very precise, so that if the time is 6:30, say, the hour hand should be halfway between the 6 and the 7. It shouldn't be stuck on the 6 the whole way through the hour. It should move gradually between the hours. So we want the hour to be as precise as possible, so we make them floats. The minute, we don't need the minute, so let's get rid of that. We also need to use the hour in this calculation of the rotation. And finally, there are only 12 hours in the clock, in the time, around the circle, 360 degrees. So if you divide 360 divided by 12, you'll get 30 degrees. So that's the value we need to multiply by to get the hour hand in the correct position. So if we now save that, which will compile and save it, we're now done, and the hour hand now moves correctly according to the time. So it's 6:37 currently. Now we're nearly done. There's one final thing to do, is that we have three objects. We have our clock here, and we have two hands on it as well. What we need to do is link all those things together, and it's important to bear in mind that the order of which you link things is correct. So let's see how we do that. We click on the hour hand, followed by the minute hand, then followed by the clock. We can then choose Tools Link, or just press Ctrl L, and it'll link all the three things together into a single object. Now, if I'd have linked onto the hands last rather than the clock face last, when it rotated the hands, it would have rotated the whole object, which is obviously not what you want. So it is important to make sure when you do that linking, link to the clock piece last, or the piece that has got no rotation on it or special values on it. Otherwise, everything else in the linked set will take on those values. So we now have an object which is a single thing called a clock, and it will move. So if we edit it, we can move it up and down and so on as an entire piece. And if we hadn't linked them, when we moved the clock face, the hands would have stayed in position, which obviously isn't what we want. So we are done. Our clock is built. Thank you for staying with me, and I hope you found the tutorial useful. Please feel free to give me feedback. The website is iamsecondlife.com, and you'll find a form on there for sending me messages if you need to, or by all means speak to me in Second Life. The name is Ian Monstre, M-O-N-S-T-R-E. Thanks again for your time. Goodbye.